Hey, you've been watching a ton of film, haven't you? That's great. You know who you forgot to watch? Yourself. That's important. We're going to talk about it today on DB Tip Clips. Chad Wilson here. I'm a former defensive back coach and defensive coordinator, now turned defensive back trainer for guys at all levels, college, high school, pro. And I'm here to talk to you today about studying yourself. It's super important and it's something that a lot of guys forget to do. So that's the topic on our show today that we're going to get into. And this is, again, a very, very important topic. Before we jump into that, though, go ahead and give this video a like because I know you're going to like it. And also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I'm putting out videos like this all the time and you just can't afford to miss them. You're trying to be elite, right? One other thing, too. If you're trying to really raise your game to the next level, I don't care what level that is that you're on right now. If you're trying to get to the next level. So, I mean, even if you're a pro and you're trying to be Pro Bowl and elite, you definitely got to join the All Eyes DB Camp members area right now. I've got over 150 videos in there right now on drills, technique, coverages, etc. Everything that you need to raise your game to the next level. If you're trying to be the best that you can be, you really owe it to yourself to jump in and be a member of the All Eyes DB Camp members area. I have a link in the description for you down below. Go ahead and hit that link and make that investment, best investment you'll ever make to your defensive back career. All right, so let's jump into this. Hopefully you're a guy that likes watching film. If you are, I'm here to tell you have a good chance to advance all the way to the top level of this game. And you may even have a chance to be elite at it. If you're not a guy that likes watching film, well, then your days are numbered in this game. I hate to tell it to you that way. Your athletic talent can only take you so far. As you move up and up in this game, more and more guys around you are going to be talented athletically, whether that's the guys you're competing against to get on the field. And if you win and you're the guy that's on the field, the guys in front of you that you're going to go against are going to be more and more athletically talented. So there's an expiration date on your talent being all that you need to be elite at this game. At some point, you're going to have to watch film. Now, for you guys that like to watch film right now, congratulations to you. I do need to inform you of this. You can't just watch only your opponent. The most important person that you do need to watch is yourself. And again, that's the topic of this video today. I'm going to tell you the reasons why that is extremely important. Maybe there's some things that you already knew, or maybe I'm going to shed some new light on why it is you need to watch yourself. This is very important. And I see a lot of guys don't engage in that and they're really missing out on taking their game to the next level. So let's jump into it. One of the number one reasons you're going to want to watch this yourself, and this should really motivate you, is that opposing quarterbacks and wide receivers are watching you. You see how you watch them? Well, they're watching you. And it only stands to reason that you're going to want to know what it is that they're watching. What are they seeing from you? Are you giving away some things? A lot of times we do things out on the football field that we don't realize that we're doing. Haven't you ever watched game film and saw yourself do something on film that you had no idea that you did in a game? Maybe you've seen that happen in practice. Well, you know what? You know who's not missing that? Your opponent is. And you're going to want to know what it is that they are seeing. So it is important for you to study yourself and see if you're giving away anything. Are there some mannerisms that you have that may give away a coverage or a certain technique that you're going to use, and it's giving the wide receiver or the quarterback a clue as to what it is you're about to do? I mean, man, if they know what you're going to do before you do it, who has the advantage here? So that's why studying yourself is important. Do you have your foot turned a certain way? Are your eyes looking a certain way? Are your hands in a certain position when you're going to do something? Important to study yourself so that you can break some tendencies. Your team watches their own game film, right? There's a reason for that. Your coaches will watch game film more than you because they want to break some tendencies as well. They want to be able to correct some things, and it's important for them to do that because your opponent is studying it. So they need to know what it is their opponent is seeing. Likewise, for you on an individual basis, study yourself, watch how you are positioning yourself, and be sure that you're not giving away something to your opponent before the play jumps off. Because no matter what your technique is, how solid you are, or how athletically gifted you are, if your opponent knows what you're going to do before you do it, you've put yourself at a tremendous disadvantage. So that should be one good reason for you to go ahead and study yourself more than you're doing it right now. Another good reason for you to study yourself, and this one should be obvious, but I do need to point it out again, is it's going to give you a little bit of knowledge on your strengths and your weaknesses. When you're in season, it's really important for you to rely and lean on those strengths. If you have weaknesses during the season, well, you know, the little extra time that you have before and after practice is when you're supposed to work on those weaknesses. When you have those opportunities during practice, you definitely use them to get better at those weaknesses. But if you know what your strengths are, you're going to have to kind of rely on those things in season. Now, when you get to the off season, don't stop looking. A lot of guys do this. They get to the off season, and the only film they watch, if they watch any film at all, sorry to say, is just going to be against guys that are coming up on the schedule or guys that they're expecting to play. I'm here to tell you, spend a significant amount of time in your off season studying your last year. And I don't just mean your highlight video where you looked great in every one of those plays on the highlight video. Go watch full games. Every player, when the season is over, should go back and at least rewatch each one of the games they played that last season one time. If you're really, really good, you're doing this more than once. But you should at least rewatch every one of the games that you played last year and really start getting some information on yourself. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses in the off season now gives you stuff for you to focus on, especially those weaknesses. Let's start hammering out some of those things that you're not very good at, because you don't want to walk into your next season being weak in the same areas that you were weak in the previous year. That's really pretty much saying you're going to have as good as a season or maybe even a worse season than the year before, and that's really not what we're in this game to do. You want every season to be better than the last. The only way that really is going to happen is you've got to get better at things you weren't really good at the year before. The only way to know that is by putting that game film in, and that's a really good tip that I can give you. If you're in your off season right now, make a plan to watch every one of the games you played last year at least once. If you can do it 2 or 3 times, maybe even the more important games, I would definitely set aside the time to do that. The off-season film watching is not just for the upcoming opponents. You need to know who you are so that you can make the adjustments on you going into your next season. And one final reason to watch yourself is you will see how it is you relate to others on the field. Watching yourself and your movement on defense as it relates to the linebackers and other players in the secondary will help you understand the whole total picture. It's one thing to know the defense and see it in the playbook and know it. It's another thing to see it actually happening on the field and to see it happening involving you and the rest of your teammates. You're going to see how you relate to them. You're going to see some of the things that they did and how all of that comes together. It seems like a small thing, but it ends up being a big thing. And the other thing you can do is you see how other players are playing on the field. If you're moving now into the upper years of your career, whether that's at the high school level or the college level, you're becoming a junior or a senior, or you're at the professional level and you're past that first and second year and you're moving into a leadership position, one of the best ways to assume that position in a way of respect is by watching the entire team, watching your defense play, and not only noticing what it is that you're doing out there, but noticing what other players on that same defense are doing as well. Be able to give them some feedback that'll improve their play. It might even encourage them to do the same thing that you're doing, which is watching themselves on film. The more film you guys watch of yourselves, each individual player on that defense in the secondary, the better off you're going to be. But on an individual level, you watching it and seeing how you relate to the other players on the team, how you guys move, the communication that you guys have, what are the likes and dislikes and the strengths and weaknesses of those around you, allows you to be that much of a better player. Can I stress this to you enough? Not enough guys. I made this video because not enough guys are doing this. You really do need to study yourself. One of the best guys that you've known out there, maybe not from your era, but obviously everyone knows who Primetime is. He was a guy famous for studying himself on film, seeing what it is that he's doing out there and just getting better at it. Primetime's success was not an accident. It was not just because he ran a 4.240 and he was gifted athletically. It was also because this man studied the game, he studied his opponents, he studied himself, and he became what he ended up becoming, a guy that years past him playing, people still talk about and know who he is. So if it was good enough for Primetime, it's definitely good enough for you. So spend some time studying yourself. These are really 3 good reasons. There are probably more, but these are 3 of the best reasons for you to study yourself on film so that you can reach your full potential. All right, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Go ahead and drop a comment and give with any questions or how you feel about this film. Are you a guy that watches yourself on film? If you are, go ahead and drop in the comments in there and let me know maybe some of the best things that you like to watch. Oh, I did forget to tell you guys this. I'm not just talking about games. If you're in your season right now, you definitely want to watch yourself in practice. All right? Watching yourself each day in practice is something that's very important because there's a game at the end of the week. So if there's a coverage that you guys are running, there's a technique that you guys are going to be using, it's important for you to watch yourself from each practice each week. So if you're fortunate enough to be on a team that uses that huddle, you film your practices and it gets uploaded to your huddle account. At the end of the day, spend that time at night watching it. 15, 20, 30 minutes watching yourself in practice, or maybe it's the first thing you watch in the morning when you have some time. Watch those practices. A lot of players just ignore those practices. They're put up there and they don't really watch them. Watch the mistakes that you're making. Get better at what it is you're doing that week. It helps you in practice the next day. If you're good in practice, chances are you're going to be really good in the game, and you can start piling up some really good performances. So while you're watching yourself, don't forget to watch yourself in practice, especially when you're in season. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, share the knowledge with someone else. And as I said in the beginning, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Don't forget the All Eyes DB Camp members area. It's the best thing that'll ever happen to you as a defensive back. Click on the link in the description and go ahead and check it out. Hope to see you in that members area as well. As always, All Eyes DB Camp, consistency breeds results.